Hey guys, I'm Ryan Wright. So today I'm going to be checking out a trailer for a movie that I'm actually really looking forward to. It's the Steve Jobs biopic starring Michael Fassbender called Steve Jobs. Let's check this out. It's a 1-minute teaser. Here we go.
At 9:41, the planet's going to shift on its axis, 9 forever. Two most significant events in the 20th century. The Allies win the war, and this.
You can't write code. You are not an engineer. What do you do?
The musicians play the instruments. I play the orchestra. I sat in a garage and invented the future. Because artists lead and hacks ask for a show of hands.
I love that you don't care how much money a person makes. You care what they make. But what you make isn't supposed to be the best part of you.
You're the only one who sees the world the same way I do. No one sees the world the same way you do.
Wow, cool. Really cool. I remember that Michael Fassbender was playing Steve Jobs. I remember that Aaron Sorkin wrote the screenplay, and from my understanding, he said that it's only like the course of like 3 scenes, I believe. Like each act is just a scene. I forgot that Danny Boyle was doing this. I remember when David Fincher was in the talks for it. Danny Boyle, I think, is a great choice for this because he's one of those directors who's actually popular, but he's known to kind of add his own weird twist to films. Like he has his own flavor, his own style, and I think it'd be really cool to see him bring the Steve Jobs tale to life. I did not know Kate Winslet was in this. That makes it that much better. Seth Rogen is in this, and it's cool because Seth Rogen looks like he's kind of going down that Jonah Hill path with this, where it's probably not like the most super serious performance, but it's serious enough to be considered a dramatic performance. And Jeff Daniels, everyone knows how great that actor is. Come on, Dumb and Dumber 2, he was great. But this film seems like it has everything going for it to make it a solid Steve Jobs biopic. I mean, Steve Jobs, to me, is one of the most inspirational people ever. I mean, I heard he was kind of a hard person to work with. I heard he was a neat freak, very much anal about everything that he had to do. But he has such an inspiring story. He starts up a company, gets fired from his own company, comes back, gets hired for the company again, creates Pixar. You know, everyone knows about Mac, everyone knows about the iPods. Like, the guy was a fucking genius. So he needs a good biopic. I know Ashton Kutcher played him once. I can't believe I just said that Ashton Kutcher played Steve Jobs. How fucking weird. That's just not the choice you'd think of. I love how the teaser just broke it down into like the eye. Steve Jobs was the definition of making a comeback. Steve Jobs is like my era's, you know, inventor. I heard he wasn't the greatest of people, but man, was he fucking brilliant. And I really hope they execute a tale that really has all that of the obstacles he had to overcome and about going and achieving the impossible. Like, you know, we take like iPhones and iPods for granted. Like if you hold up an iPod, just the iPod alone, now phones, you could store all your music in there, but an iPod, like, hey, you know, instead of having like a bunch of CD players, why don't we just put it into this little box and you can hold all your songs? Like, that sounds fucking ridiculous, but he fucking... Wow. Rating time. I will definitely be there to watch Steve Jobs. Alright guys, thanks for tuning in. If you're new to the channel, you can subscribe to The Real Rejects. You can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, where if we get enough followers, we get product placement. Meaning more money for me, no benefit for you. Does that sound like a deal or what? Deep Patel. Hey man, I watch your videos all the time. I really, really like them. Can I get a shout out? You're too awesome for your reaction. Really love it. Post more. Okay, Deep Patel, you can have a shout out. Deep Patel is actually what Dev Patel says whenever he goes inside of a woman's vagina. He goes, Deep Patel. Dev Patel is the guy from Slumdog Millionaire. Most recently featured in Chappie, in case you guys don't remember who that actor is. But that's what makes the joke funny. His name is Dev Patel. Deep Patel. Deep penetrate. You know what? Fuck you for not getting the joke.